Hey, what's up, everybody? It is TMQB Week 12, December 1st, 2010. Season has moved way too quickly for my liking. As we head into the final week of the season, playoff picture is still not really cleared up. Right now, Hoagie's Heroes is still the only team to clinch the division title, which is the Atlantic. He's got a 9-3 record and is pretty much locked up. Cleveland Steamers at 6-6 is in second in that division. Both the Pacific and Northeast are still up for grabs. And this week's game is going to determine the winner, obviously. In the Pacific, if Steel wins, he wins the division outright, regardless of what Why Not Us does. However, if Why Not Us wins and Steel currently loses, Why Not Us will win the division. If they both lose, division goes to Steel based on their head-to-head record. Steel has beaten Why Not Us twice, head-to-head this year. In the Northeast, Panzers takes the division the easy way with a win. Win division. However, if Panzer loses and TNT wins, division goes to TNT based on the division record. Intimidator still has an outside chance to win the division with a victory over TNT and with a Panzers loss. It would then come down to a tiebreaker between Panzers and Daters, who would have identical 7-6 records. Final tiebreaker would be total points, since records would be the same, division records would be the same, and record against common opponents would be the same. And it should be interesting. Right now, Panzers is number 1 in the league in total points, and Intimidators is in third place, just 2 points behind. Hoagie's in the middle there at number 2. So it should be an interesting final week. So with all that said, let's review the games from last week. Game of the week, Intimidators versus Panzers. Intimidators easily took this one, 83-34. Panzers could have put away Daters and probably out of the playoffs if they took the victory, but instead it was Daters hanging on for the playoff chance with an 83-34 victory. Like I said, they have an outside chance to win the division. Big week for Daters, who scored a league-high 83 points for the week. Lots of points from every position, including 12 from the Chargers D. Quarterback Kyle Orton put up big numbers again with 24 points, and running back Green Ellis had 14. Carpenter's kicker had 15. Panzers quarterback Rivers had an off day, only gave him 3 points. That's tough. And the only players of note were Jamal Charles, who gave him 12, and Jeremy Macklin, who gave him 7. Remaining members of his team scored a combined 12 points. Why Not Us and Storm Brigade. Why Not Us took the victory 57-49. Huge win for Why Not Us this week, and combined with Steel Curtain's loss, kept his Pacific Division hopes alive, as I mentioned before. A monster day from wide receiver Dwayne Bowe, who had 24 points, carried him to the victory. He also had 8 points apiece from running back Adrian Peterson, who's a little dinged up. It says here that he misses practice today, so we'll see what happens. Tough time to lose one of your studs going down to the final week. Also, 8 points apiece from as mentioned, Peterson. From Muhammad Ali Johnson had 8 points, and his kicker as well, Rackers. And Kitten, his quarterback, threw in 6. Storm has made it last 2 weeks pretty interesting. He's been out of it since midseason. He's been playing a bit of a spoiler to a few of the playoff contenders until this week when he took the loss. Points came from Brandon Lloyd with 15, Breeze, who had 13, Calvin Johnson 9, and his kicker Folk had 6. Steel Curtain, Poor Pickens. Victory goes to Poor Pickens, 59-38. And after putting up a shitload of points last week, Steel came crashing down to earth this week with only 38 points, making his run to the playoffs a little bit more difficult. Poor's timely win keeps his playoff hopes alive and coincides with his quarterback Cutler having one of his best days of the year, putting up 28 points. Running backs Mendenhall had 12 and Turner had 10. Steele had a decent day from quarterback Rogers, who gave him 20, but the rest of his team had an off week. His kicker Matt Prater scored 9, and all their points, all the players scored a combined 9 points. TNT and Guru. TNT wins 70-44. TNT rode the back of his waiver wire pickup running back Peyton Hillis, who posted 25 points to lead the way to victory. Throwing 17 from quarterback Peyton Manning, 16 from another waiver wire pickup, Deion Branch. And TNT's given himself a shot to win the division. He just has to take the victory and hope the Panthers loses, and that'll give him the Northeast Division. Guru's looking towards next year, we all know. He has the worst record in the league as of now, and he'll be fighting with Fury and Storm Brigade for that first pick. Right now he's got the 1-game lead to the bad. So if things go off as today, he would get the number 1 pick. And I know he's got a couple number 1 picks. So points for Guru came from quarterback Vic, who had 19. Wes Welker had 15, and kicker Bueller had 9. It's been a tough year for Guru. Cleveland Steamers and the Fury. Steamers take the victory 60-39. Cleveland Steamers also kept their playoff hopes alive with the victory. And a victory next week puts them right in the mix for a playoff spot. Big day for Steamers quarterback Brady, who had 30 points and 8 points from wide receiver Marion Manningham, tight end Tammy, and Bryant, which helped seal the victory. Fury, meanwhile, lost his 4th game in a row. He had 12 points from running back Jackson to lead his team, 8 points from Palmer and his Jets D. Once again, no kicker. 4 losses in a row. Hibernating Bear obviously threw in the towel. Doesn't seem to care. Hey, that rhymes, Bear. Care. So that's all I'm going to say about this team. Hoagie's Heroes versus Silent Death. As mentioned, Hoagie wrapped up the Atlantic Division last week. And Silent Death is playing out the string here. Takes the victory 55-31. Won his 3rd game in a row. It's the hottest team right now in the league, but it's a little too late. A good day from Matt Schaub, who gave him 15 points. Running back Chris Ivory, 13 points. Running back Moreno, 12. And tight end Gonzalez had 8. The thing that hurt Death is that 2-7 start he posted, or that 2-7 record he posted in the first 9 games. That's tough to overcome. So better luck next year, Eddie. Hoagie celebrated the clinching of his Atlantic Division with a total dud. Locks up the number 1 seed with a victory this week, so I'm sure he's going to get out of the gate this week pretty quick. And he hopes he's gotten all the crap games out of his system as he goes for that number 1 seed. Points of note came from kicker Akers, who had 14, and running back Foster, who gave him 8. Not much else worth mentioning from his team this week. So it's going to be an interesting final week for the season. Lots of playoff implications hinge on these games, and I think that's pretty much it this week. Let's see. For Hoagie, I'm looking now. Hicks is a week away from running, so maybe you'll get him back in time for your playoff run. Peterson going to be a game time decision. Did not practice today. So there you go. That is week 12. A little tighter as these go along, a little quicker. So yeah, December 1st already, boys. Game tomorrow night. Get your players in, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.